Hello, my loves. As always, I hope that this video finds you well and in excellent spirits. So, this is your December astro forecast, and the theme for the month is simple but powerful: recode plus recommit. December is the final energetic recalibration of the year, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. This is where you rewrite your internal programming and recommit to the path that actually reflects who you're becoming in 2026. So let's walk through the astrology, the key dates, and how to use this energy to your advantage. So without further ado, let's jump right in. So we begin the month with a powerful full moon in the sign of Gemini happening on December 4th. Now, I did a complete dedicated video to this full moon, so if you haven't checked it out, the link will be in the description box below. But essentially, this full moon is the mental reset button of the month and arguably of the year, especially as we prepare to move into 2026. This moon exposes outgrown beliefs, outdated narratives, conversations you've avoided, and truths you can't unsee. This full moon is also about learning, but not learning in the traditional way. It's about reading between the lines, understanding what is unspoken, okay? This is your mental recode moment. The script in your head is being rewritten. So the best way to use this energy is to journal the truths that come up, release limiting beliefs, and have the honest conversations. Once the mind clears, intuition follows. Then on December 10th, we have Neptune going direct in its home sign of Pisces. Neptune is getting ready to make a big shift into Aries in the next couple of months. And so in this month of December, Neptune is wrapping up old business in its home sign before it embarks on a complete new adventure. And the theme for this transit is recode your intuition. Neptune goes direct, and your inner vision sharpens. Retrograde dissolves illusions. Now direct stations return meaning, spirituality, and intuitive accuracy. This is your spiritual recode. You suddenly understand the bigger meaning behind everything the full moon revealed. The best way to use this energy? Meditate. Trust intuitive nudges and hits. Listen to the symbolic messages showing up around you. And most importantly, pay attention to your dreams. Once clarity returns, it's time to widen your perspective. Thereafter, the very next day on December 11th, we have Mercury entering the sign of Sagittarius. And the theme for this transit is recommitting to your truth. Sagittarius energy inspires expansion, possibility, and belief. Mercury here asks you, what do you believe now? What truth are you finally ready to live? And what direction calls to you? Take some time to sit with these questions and actually answer them this month, because this is your mental recommitment. So the best way to use this energy is to study, plan, brainstorm, think bigger, and most importantly, dream bigger. That perspective shift sets you up for the real fresh start. Thereafter, on December 15th, we have Mars entering the sign of exaltation, which is Capricorn. And the theme for this transit is recommit through action. Mars in Capricorn is disciplined, it's strategic, and it's powerful. It's the show your work kind of transit. Here, belief turns into behavior. And that's super important, especially as we enter 2026. In Capricorn, Mars wants consistency, planning, boundaries, ambition, and most importantly, receipts. Mars burns hot, heavy, and fast. And in the sign of Capricorn, Mars has to temper itself, but that temperance allows you to go the distance. And so this transit is your action-based recommitment. The best way to use this energy: start that new routine. Don't wait for January 1st. Create the structure. Make the move that your future self will thank you for. And as Capricorn season begins, everything begins to stabilize. Thereafter, on December 19th, we have the new moon of the month, which is happening in the sign of Sagittarius. And the theme for this transit is recommit to your direction. The new moon is your cosmic doorway. It's the time when we plant new seeds and we set new intentions. This is where you choose the story you want to walk into for 2026. Everything about Sagittarius energy is larger than life. It requires you to not only be optimistic, but to look ahead and to look at the bigger picture. Sagittarius encourages boldness, a little bit of spontaneity, optimism, purpose, and most importantly, freedom. This is your directional recommitment. Essentially, at this new moon, you want to pick a new direction and stick with it. So, the best way to use this energy: set intentions. Pick one, and seriously, I mean one, big aim for 2026. And then choose your next timeline. Now, the universe asks you to prove it. On December 21st, we not only have the winter solstice, but we also have the sun entering Capricorn. The theme for this transit is recommit to your foundation. The solstice marks a turning point, the return of light, but also the return of seriousness. Capricorn plays no games. Capricorn is success-minded and structured. And so Capricorn energy brings maturity, accountability, long-term thinking, and legacy building. The next month marks a time where you recommit to what actually matters. So it's time to get a little grown, a little mature, figure out what you want, and start working toward it. So the best way to use this energy: set 90-day goals. Reorganize priorities, establish boundaries, and most importantly, build stability. And finally, we end the month by raising your standards. We close out the month and the year of 2025 with Venus entering Capricorn. And the theme for this transit is recommit to your worth. Venus in Capricorn upgrades your relationships, your money habits, your values, your boundaries, and your expectations. This is your worth-based recommitment, the moment where you stop negotiating with your lesser self. Venus in Capricorn wants the very best for you. Venus in Capricorn wants you to reach the summit of the mountain, understanding that there's work to be done here. And the first step is to recommit to your self-worth. So the best way to use this energy: stop accepting inconsistency, clean up your money patterns, invest in alignment, whatever that looks like for you, and choose mature, reciprocal connections. So in December, you recode your mind, you recode your intuition, you recommit to your truth, you recommit to your direction, you recommit through action, you recommit to your foundation, and finally, you recommit to your worth. So clearly, this is the month of internal reset plus external alignment. So now that we've covered the astrological storyline, here's your actionable December blueprint. Number 1, rewrite your mental script. Let go of outdated beliefs and reframe the story that you're telling yourself. Number 2, Trust your intuitive clarity, especially with Neptune going direct in its home sign of Pisces. Your inner voice is not only going to be very sharp, but very loud right now. Follow it, point blank, period. Number 3, choose your truth intentionally. Believe what strengthens you, not what limits you. Number 4, set your 2026 direction intentionally. This isn't about resolutions, it's about alignment. And stay tuned, because once January arrives, I will be able to tell you exactly what that alignment can look like. Number 5, begin the work even if small. Mars wants movement, not perfection. And in Capricorn, that movement likely will be small because Capricorn is going to limit and delay things a bit. Number 6, create structure before the new year. Don't wait until January to get organized. Start right now. And finally, number 7, elevate your standards everywhere. Capricorn demands it. Money, love, self-worth, boundaries, raise the bar, point blank, period. All right, my loves. So that has been your December forecast, a month of clarity, maturity, and grounded transformation. This month is your cosmic invitation to recode plus recommit before 2026 begins. Don't forget that my December wellness and astrology series is still going strong. So if you haven't checked that out already, I'll leave the link to the playlist in the description box below. Make sure that you are subscribed to the channel and that you have set notifications. All right, my loves. So I sincerely hope that you were able to get at least one important piece of information that you can use not only to go into December, but into the new year. All right, so if you've made it this far into the video, comment below and let me know what you are looking most forward to in 2026. All right, my loves, thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care.